Hi, this is Tino with Bluesy News. We're at Ventura County Blues Festival, and I have gotten the pleasure right now to run into BB Chung King. Your songs have been all over.
Yeah.
Countless soundtracks of film, TV, placement in media all over. What inspired you to pick up a guitar? At what age?
Well, you know, when I was very young, my dad would take me to get a haircut, and I would squirm around, and he'd say, if you sit still and be quiet, we'll go to the 5 and dime store across the street and I'll get you something. Well, I'd go across the street, I couldn't read anything, but I'd grab up in a discount bin of records and I pulled out a record. I was fascinated by records. So the one I pulled down was Jimmy Reed, Mr. Luck, or Bright Lights, Big City, and I'd put that record on at, imagine being 7 or 8 and going, this music sounds like it's from Mars, but it's really cool. And that's when I got, introduced to the blues. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. And it was nothing your parents had played before?
No, not really. But my parents were very, they loved the arts, and they played. My father was into country music. He was into blues. He was into all kinds of things.
Any show that's got BB Chung King in it, whoever's going up after him, which is me, has got his work cut out for him. One of the finest guitar players in the world, right?
Thank you, I appreciate it. Have you come out of the closet yet?
Where's my check? I'll come out whenever you say. Enjoy the blues.
Well, that's an honor. You're a hard act to follow.
We're having too much fun here, man. We're really having too much fun.
Lester's career of 20 plus years in the music industry, I think you have literally seen the industry in '94 when you did your first release, how drastically it's really changed.
Well, it's pop music is always going to be what it is. It's always going to be about youth. It's always going to be about whatever the next trends are. But the blues never really goes away. It's like a lot of people, when they're 40s, they discover the blues because it's music that never goes away. It's always true. It's always real.
Foundational of everything.
It's the foundation of all rock and roll, even to this day.
Right.
So, my daughter, who was 16, she played the song by Ed Sheeran, and I go, that sounds like Let's Get It On, and it's it's his big hit,
Right.
And she doesn't understand, but I do. I go, well, those are the chord changes to Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye.
Sure.
And his song was called Thinking Out Loud. But it's the same thing.
Right.
And I'm thinking, that's very cool,
Sure.
We're talking
Major influence.
Yeah. So
there's a big thing right now, placement. You were way ahead of the game. Your songs back in I would say in the 90s or probably early 2000s were already being placed in a TV and film soundtracks. You want to expound a little bit on that?
Well, the first one was basically a song that was so generic that we want a song like this, and some people didn't want to pay the publishing, but my publishing said, well, we got one for you. So that's how it started.
Nice.
Because the song was very generic, but as a songwriter, the thing is, it's don't focus on what's current or what's popular. At least the way I come from, write a good song,
right?
And it'll last forever because good songs are good songs.
Sure.
No matter what era or what style of music you do it in, a well-written song is going to have life to it.
Right.
So that's my goal.
And you're currently in the middle, almost finished recording a new album that's going to be released in the fall?
Yeah. I recorded 12 tunes, but I haven't finished a new CD in the last 3 years, so my manager suggested that I actually add a few more songs as bonus tracks or whatever, and we'll push the release to a little bit later, and I have. So I have them.
So the end of this year?
Yeah.
You've been touring a lot lately?
No, I'm not a touring kind of guy. I don't have the equipment to tour, the vans, the musicians. It's a whole different kind of thing to have to go on tour. So what I do is I kind of play locally in town with the best musicians I can find, and to keep myself sharp and to keep the music sharp. And then when I have to, if I do a tour in Europe or Japan or in the Pacific, I'm ready.
Nice, nice.
But I try to stay in town because my kids I have kids now that are 13 and 16, and I'm really digging that, you know.
No, and that's the formative years. And are any of them budding artists, musicians, possibly?
Unfortunately, yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I don't push my kids, but my daughter is going to Burroughs High School in Burbank, which is
awesome.
one of the biggest, you know, as far as music is concerned, and she's doing really well. And I really don't. When she asks me for help, I'll give it to her, but I don't push her. And my son is now 13, and he's playing bass. And I haven't pushed him to do that, but he's doing it on his own. And when he asks me for help, I'll give it to him. But up until then, I really don't wish being a musician on my kids. I'd rather have them be doctors or lawyers.
No, but you're a good dad, because obviously there was a strong influence there of your talent that they picked up on at a young age without even being pushed to do it.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
So, cool. Well, there's another generation of good musicians, or real musicians, thank God, right?
Hopefully, yeah.
Awesome. BB, it was such a pleasure finally getting to meet you.
My pleasure.
I've seen you build all over. Today was actually the first time I've seen you play live, and for Coco Montoya to have to follow you and make that difficult, that's an awesome compliment.
No, me and Coco are buddies, man. There's no way that he won't do good.
Thank you. Tino Bluesy News, War Ventura County Blues Festival.
Thank you, man.
Well, thank you.
I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine,
Yeah.
Alistair Green.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Touring guitar player for Alan Parsons Party.
Oh, cool. Very
Nice to see you. You sounded fantastic today.
Thanks very much.
Fantastic.